exciting day. This is first actual like official power adder to my Mustang. So I got a box sitting there. I got the hood popped, ready to go. I'm gonna show you what it is here in just a second. But I'm super excited for this. This is something I've been wanting to do since I bought the car, so really happy to be able to do it now. What should be in this box is a JLT cold air intake to replace the factory box and filter, and then there should be a VMP custom tune on an SCT tuner in there as well. Really excited for this. All right, so it did come with the tuner in the box. There's the air filter. I just took it out of there. Basically, I was worried because the box looks so small. I didn't know if this would be in here, but it is. I'm excited. Should have my my tune preloaded just for the cold air intake. This is the JLT. I think it's a 110 millimeter tube here. So this intake definitely is a tune required intake. So should get a decent amount of little power out of it. This next part is supposed to just be plug and play. So I have the brand new tuner here. VMP uploaded their custom tune to, I know they did it because the box was already open, which I'm happy for. So I'm gonna do some reading and try to get this figured out, get it installed, and hopefully have enough daylight to shoot a little video of how I feel about it. If not, I'll just film it another day and you'll see that video when I'm done. So far, it's been super easy. It takes a little bit of time, but no big deal. Super easy. You just get the thing plugged into your OBD2 port with the tune that's already preloaded. You don't have to do anything with your computer. That was one thing I was worried about, but VMP went ahead and just installed the tune on here, and all I had to do was go in and select the tune that they installed. I live in Indiana, so I have 93 octane available to me pretty much at all times. So I got I did a 93 octane tune. That's what I found right away. Just hit a couple OKs and it was good to go. So now, I mean, my car did a few little weird things like beeping and bonging at me as it was just, you know, flashing things. But so far everything seems good. The intake install was actually like super easy if you pay attention. The one weird thing was the mass airflow sensor. The wire is just, I don't know if my car is just weird. It was a little tight getting that in there with my wire. I hope it doesn't come unplugged or something happened bad. But you just got to pay attention to stuff. Like when I went to put in the air box that they provide, I didn't take the little spacer out of the factory air box, and that led to a headache. Then I dropped 2 screws for the mass airflow sensor, drop those down into the grill. I mean, I would have had it done probably in 30 minutes if I didn't have any issues, and I shouldn't have. It was just stupid little mistakes. So literally that install of the intake is super, super easy. I was surprised at how easy the factory airbox came out. So it's super easy. Anybody can do it. So clearly it's a couple days later after installing the JLT cold air intake with the VMP custom tune, which is kind of nice. I ran out of time on that evening that I installed it, and then the rest of the week the weather's just been kind of crummy. So, Hellcat. Anyways, so what do I think? So far, I really like the results. I like how the intake itself looks. I like how it sounds now. I get a little bit more engine noise. Before, with the muffler delete, all I could really hear was the exhaust, but now I actually can hear some engine noise, which is kind of fun. But the tune the tune was so easy to install. VMP made it really, really simple, plug and play. All I did was upload it, and for those of you who may wonder, I wondered, it might be a stupid question, but I wondered if I had to keep the tuner plugged in all the time, because I always see guys, or a lot of times I see guys that have it like mounted right here, and they must just be data logging, because once you upload the tune, you do not need to keep it plugged in. So that's nice. I was worried that I was going to have to buy some sort of mount to keep it plugged in, but you don't have to. So that's nice. So if that's one of the things that you were wondering, if you're a rookie like myself to adding custom tunes to a car, now you know you don't have to keep it plugged in. But super simple to do. And I mean, the intake itself, I mean, so easy to install. Seriously, I mean, if you have a Mustang, an S550 Mustang, and you're thinking about doing the intake and you're worried about the install, don't. It's so easy. The factory airbox comes out incredibly easy. So, I mean, and I think anybody could really do it. It takes a couple tools. Like I said before, just pay attention to the instructions, the little notes. I was kind of going off the pictures, trying to wing it, but got it figured out. So how does that VMP tune, change the car? Couple things, just simple things that I noticed from the tune. When my car was cold pre-tune, like when I would start it up and then, you know, on a colder morning and I would drive to work, there was sometimes a little bit of hesitation at lower RPMs. It just kind of, I would feel the same amount of power no matter how I pushed the pedal, just lightly. You know, if I floored it, obviously it would come alive, but there was just a little bit of hesitation. That is gone. We had some chilly mornings this week and I was able to drive it and kind of test that out. That's gone. That's smoothed out, which I was hoping it would do that, and it did. So that's nice. Now, power. That's one of my favorite places to do like a little rip, and it, like, I can tell a big difference right there. It's the low end under the curve stuff is just oh man. Yes, I can tell a difference. I've been trying to get some substantial data to prove it, but the roads aren't warm enough, my tires aren't warm enough to really do like the accelerometer to maybe see if I pull more G's. Honestly, my tires are spinning more now, so there's something that you could tell that I actually made gains. But the big difference is from a roll at 40. The first time I did it, it actually surprised me. I didn't expect to gain that much of a punch. And I'm going to try to do it right here. It definitely feels faster. That initial hit from 40 feels great. And then the other time it feels a lot better is honestly like rolling around town. You know, that power under the curve is really where you notice the difference. It's basically, you know, you pick up lower RPM horsepower and torque, and it's very, very noticeable. So, and what I mean by that is basically like if I'm just cruising in town and I'm in, say, 4th gear at low RPM and I give it a little bit, it feels stronger. You notice the difference. So the tune really wakes this car up. Now the intake, there's a lot of arguments on those intakes, these open air, cold air intakes, because a lot of people say, you know, those dyno charts are with the hood open, so you're getting cooler air. than you would with your hood closed. But I bought the JLT intake simply because of the bigger diameter intake. So you have a bigger diameter, and that's why you need the tune to make sure it runs properly. Now you can do that with the JLT or the PMOS. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I think it's hideous. A lot of guys swear by that intake, say it's awesome for power adders, but I think it's so ugly that it's not even worth it to me. That's my personal opinion. I think the JLT looks good. I'm super happy with the end result. It was a super easy install, and the power is noticeable. That's what you want. You want to be able to notice the power. When I've put intakes on some of my older cars in the past, like Hondas, I was a big Honda fan, and intakes, it was a little bit of a mental game because you could hear the noise. It had a deeper tone to it just because of the cold air intake. So a lot of what you felt, I would imagine, was a little bit more just imaginary because you could hear more. The throttle response was maybe a little bit better, but did you actually gain any horsepower? Maybe a few. Nothing to really write home about. The videos I've seen on this from American Muscle, it says like 28 peak horsepower gains and I think 31 foot-pounds of torque. I think, don't quote me. But, and I'm not expecting that because every engine's different, but if you're getting close to 30 wheel horsepower out of your tune and intake, you're going to notice that. That's a noticeable amount, and you do. So I would definitely recommend this. A lot of guys recommend going with, I believe, Lund. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I've only heard good things about VMP. Everybody that I've talked to or seen writing about VMP, they're excellent with customer service. They deliver a quality product, and so far that's exactly what I've experienced. When I ordered the intake, when I ordered the tune, they stepped up for me and they got it done quick. And then, they're just super supportive. And, everything I've heard about them, they're good guys. So that's why I went with VMP. I've only heard good things, wanted it to be a little bit different. And eventually I'd love to do a VMP blower. So I wanted to support them. I bought this intake and a tune through VMP. I didn't go through American Muscle. I wanted to get it from VMP directly. And that's what I did. So I'm super happy with the end result. If this is something you're looking to do, if that's why you're watching this video, I would definitely recommend it. The other thing, just a couple little updates on the car. I actually got my windows tinted, and so the Mustang's coming along. The next couple things to do are wheels, tires, and I would like to get a wing eventually. So everything's coming along nice with the car. I'm super happy with the performance, and you would be too if you were buying this yourself. So thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and check out our podcast, the Carguments podcast. Check that out. We've been doing recordings via Zoom lately because of what's all going on throughout the world. But tune into that. Thanks for watching this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Have an awesome day and stay safe.